Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here today to review tonight's SNL that John Cena hosted. Now, before I get started, I will have to say this is like the first time I've ever seen a episode of Saturday Night Live in all my years run late. Because they had like the very last skit and right at 12:59. And then they had like 2 or 3 commercials. They came back on and they said goodnight and they had a little bit of the credits and then they left at like a minute, like 101, almost 102. That's weird. I've never seen it happen before. Because usually around 12:57, 12:58, they come in and say, "Well, good night. Thanks for being on. I'm glad I was on the show." Blah blah blah, and they end the show. That was something that I'd never seen before. I think they weren't watching their time well enough, but no big deal. All right. About the show, I don't do a review every episode of Silent Live because it's too painful. But I knew when I found out like 2 weeks ago that John Cena was hosting, I was like, holy crap, I gotta review this one. Because I like reviewing the ones with the wrestlers because I remember when The Rock first hosted Silent Live, it was right after he was in he had a small role in The Mummy 2. The Mummy Returns. And then, he got that gig on Saturday Night Live, which was really great. But that's back when WWE was hot, and Saturday Night Live was better than it is now, And he did a great job, and that was a great episode. And then the second time he hosted, I think to my knowledge, he only hosted twice. The second time was only okay. Well, and then that launched his career. That first episode of Saturday Night Live when he hosted. That really helped him out. Now, John Cena's hosting now, and he's already an established actor. Maybe not the best actor, but I like John Cena. I know a lot of people don't like him. And I know Dave Sellen was shared with me a link of his commercial and performing and stuff like that. I said I definitely have to. And then Tony asked me, my friend Tony Talon asked me if I was going to review it. I said yes. And he made a really cool thumbnail with a really goofy picture of John Cena. It's really funny. I think you'll enjoy it. Well, anyways, him hosting Silent Live, I started watching it. The very first thing was they were doing like a news type report, and they were talking about people being maybe controversial people being nominated to be in the cabinet with the new Trump presidency. And they nominated the guy who tried drugs, and it was Walter White, played by Bryan Cranston, played him. Walter White on the thing, and that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. That was spot on. That was really good. That might have been the highlight of the show. And one thing I'll say right off the bat, I think Saturday Night Live is purposely baiting Trump to go on a Twitter war against him again, because it's free publicity for them. I think they'll probably get a kick out of pissing them off enough that they'll go after them. But I mean, I'm not getting into politics. I'm just saying it, calling it as I see it. Well, anyways, they started the credits, and all of a sudden it broke into commercial. I heard, was my local channel, I heard someone in the background say, "What the hell are you doing?" And he cut off the commercial and he went back to the show, and it was still, rolling the credits, the opening credits. And then John Cena came out, and he said, "Yeah, I'm John Cena. I'm hosting a show." And then they had a couple people come out saying, I could be a wrestler, or imitating and stuff like that. And the guy was called the Waddler. And they did like a little skit of him doing his thing. They played John Cena music. And he was just walking like this. It's okay. And then they had Leslie Jones come out saying, "Hey, you're spilling us. I'm going to kick your ass." And he said, "What wrestler are you playing?" "I'm not playing no wrestler. I'm just Leslie Jones, bitch," or something like that. And they played John Cena's music for that. And then they had Kean Thompson come up with him with a chair, and him in the back with a chair. And they played the music. And then John Cena said, "You can't see me or else." And then they played his music. And that was the end. It was weird because a lot of these skits, you can kind of predict the way they're going to go. And then it just stops. It doesn't really have an end to it. So then you go on to, they had like something called Hook the Hunk or something like MTV thing. Now basically, it was like the dating game with 3 guys trying to get this one girl. And the one thing I did like about was their cheesy puns. Like the guy said, so stupid. So I like, I like strawberries because they're my jam. I was like, oh my god, that was just stupid. I like stupid humor, but a lot of the humor on Saturday Night Live just is sucky, not funny humor. And John Cena came on. He was a hunky guy, and the girl liked him, so you knew exactly how that was going to go, how that was going to happen. And it was okay. And then after that, they had. He was supposed to. He was like a. Oh no, I think they had the Karate Kid thing after that. And then John Cena was that guy, the bully kid beating up Ralph Macchio. That was actually pretty funny. But it just kind of ended. It didn't. It just kind of stopped. It didn't really have a real ending to it, just like the other one. And then the next skit was he was like a football player of the team, and he said he has to get like an A+ in order to play football. And he wants to submit it. It was like in front of some committee, these three people up for science projects, and of course he's a football player and he's an idiot, so they're gonna pass him. They didn't pass the other two who were supposed to be brainiacs. That was kind of predictable. You know what was going to come. It was actually it was only good because of John Cena. And John Cena, there was a couple laughs in there. That was okay. John Cena is what really propelled this episode. I mean, the whole episode of Saturday Night Live. And Bryan Cranston, Walter White, who was the best on the show. That was the best part, the opening skit. Yeah, that was really awesome. Then after that, they had something else. I can't remember what it was. They had like this cop thing called Les and Fats. That was funny. That was funny because one's a lesbian and one's fat, and it was lots of stupid humor that I liked. That was funny, and they had the beginning credits were really funny. Then they went to show a little bit of the show, and John Cena was like the police chief, and he said, "Yeah, you guys are good for a couple broads." He said, "Now we're back to a woman thing." Now we're back to one thing, and then it kind of quit. There was no real ending to it. It's just like they just kind of gave up on it. It was actually funny in a stupid way. I kind of like that. And then they had the musical guest Maren Morris, who I never heard of before. I think of Morris Day and a Time. She was okay. I liked how they had the set up for Christmas. And then whenever she came on, that's pretty much when the show took a downhill turn for the complete worst. She was okay. I'm not insulting her. It's not my kind of music, but she was fine. Then they had a Weekend Update, which seemed like it lasted forever. And most of it was like painfully unfunny. They said a lot of stuff about Donald Trump. Like I said, they're trying to bait Donald Trump into getting pissed off at him again, like he has been for a while. That sucked. What else was that after that? Oh, God. They had like game show spoof called Where'd Your Money Go or something like that. Even John Cena couldn't save that. And basically, one of Keenan Thompson came out as Charles Barkley. He was asked him a bunch of questions. That absolutely sucked. I mean, John Cena tried. He played that Gronk guy I got on the Gronk flicks. And then Bobby Moynihan played John Daly. He did okay on that. I mean, but even those two couldn't save that skit. Absolutely sucked. They had something about was that the Christmas party after that? They had like a Christmas party, and this girl was supposed to put like the thing on top of the tree. I might have missed something. I can't remember. And she fell out of the tree, and she was holding on the ledge with the tree, and they said, try to save the tree, try to save the tree. That absolutely sucked. That sucked, and then it got worse. They had like Through Trump's Eyes, like this film, and it's like some fantasy piece with Donald Trump. It didn't make any sense. It was really stupid. Completely stupid, a complete waste of time. It was really bad. It was horribly bad. That was stupid. I mean, Les and Fats was stupid, but that was funny. This was stupid and it sucked. Then they had that girl again, singing, and she was okay. And then they had like the erotic library, like romantic fiction or something like that. And they had two librarians, and she called some guy Rustafari or whatever his name was. It was John Cena dressed like Fabio, and like they have on the Harlequin romance novels, the guy with the long hair and the girl. And they went back and they were trying to do some romance. That was really dumb. And it didn't really make any sense. And that was, yeah. And then after that, they had a skit that I thought they were going to end. And they had a skit right about 5 or 6 minutes till 1 o'clock. And it was like some like a thing on America's Got Talent. And the two guys that had like an owl. And the owl kept either throwing up or crapping it. I thought it would be much more funny than it really was. But I mean, that was much better than some of the previous skits, even though it wasn't that great. And that was pretty much it. Like I said, that ended like at 12:59. Boy, this is probably a long review. And, you know, they had a couple commercials, and they came back on and ended after 1 o'clock, which is a rarity in Saturday Night Live. I've never seen a show run late before. Yeah, after, you know, the first 40 minutes were decent, especially that opening skit, you know, but I mean, whenever that girl performed, I mean, whether you're not a fan of hers or not, that's when the show started going downhill. She was okay, but boy, the rest of it sucked. I'll have to give this a very minor, well, it sucks so bad, but 5.5 out of 10. Even Bryan Cranston and John Cena couldn't save it. But it was okay to watch until that, you know, until Weekend Update. How's that? But I mean, these Saturday Night Live reviews can be kind of painful. But there you have it, 5.5 out of 10. John Cena hosts SNL. It was not his fault that most of the skits sucked. He did the best he could, and I do like John Cena. I think WWE needs to step up its game. Saturday Night Live needs to step up its game. But I mean, when Dave Chappelle hosted, he probably helped a lot in the writing. He helped freshen up a lot of the script. So I think that's why that was such a good episode that he hosted. So there you have it, and there's my review of John Cena hosting SNL. So until next time, bye, please. Take care of my legion. Now I got to post this as quick as possible.